At its most basic level, mentoring helps because it guarantees a young person that there is someone who cares about them. A child is not alone in dealing with day-to-day challenges. Think back. Do you remember how you learned how to study for an exam? Do you remember who helped you make plans for your career? Do you remember looking for your first job? Simple things that seem easy or straightforward to you now may appear to be a complete mystery to a young person. Research confirms what we know. Mentoring works. Overall, research also suggests that mentoring programs can be beneficial for youths with a broad range of backgrounds and characteristics. Tailoring the mentorship program that is available to match based on the specific risks that youth face here in Kenya. And this has the potential to produce even stronger benefits. It is for this same exact reason that the women who were nominated to be Kenya's top 40 under 40 came together and decided to get into a program that mentors young girls.
It is somebody worth watching out. They are headed for great things.
And maybe the other things that I would just want to tell the ladies is go forth. There's nothing like a glass ceiling.
What does this mean for them?
Working without looking for positions helped a lot. For example, I was thinking at KU as a young lecturer, I don't think at any one time I knew I would be a VC. No, because if you start thinking, now I want that job, and you start undermining, others, actually you don't get there. What I realize is best is just, if you're given assignments, just work hard, because somebody then will notice you.
What does this mean for our next generation? What does it mean for the women that we will pick as leaders in the future for this country? Fantastic. I am joined by Mariam, Christine, and Esther, and they were awarded, part of the women who were awarded, and they decided, you know what, there's more that we can do, and here they are looking beautiful this morning.
Thank you.
You guys look great.
Thank you.
I am going to give you my water. Here you go, honey. Enjoy it. Your mouth does get dry when we do this show, so enjoy it. How are you guys doing?
All right.
I think it is very important to start and to really have a conversation about where the future of our youth and children is headed. And I think it's a great conversation. But before we start, the three of you were selected for a very, very good reason. I'll start with you, Esther. Tell us a little bit about yourself, what it is that you do, and why you won.
I'm a student in Strathmore University, studying BCom, Marketing and Business Administration. But the reason why I got the Top 40 Under 40 award is through my blog, which is called Miss Independent. My mission is to inform, inspire, and ignite the youth. So I've created an online presence whereby the youth come to get inspired and just refuse to be average, which is my motto.
Great, I love it. Yeah, please be awesome at all times.
Yes.
Do not be average. And Christine, we know you. You're a friend here on AM Live.
Thank you.
Supamamas.
Yes, it is.
Okay, tell us a little bit about your journey and, of course, getting this great award.
Well, what I do as Supamamas, my mission is to inspire, inform, and connect moms, for them to become better, to succeed professionally, and to believe in themselves. And that's the reason why I was chosen for Top 40 to basically, the award came because I am very passionate about giving back to women, that is one, two, mentorship, and also about community service. So I was recognized for that.
Very deserving indeed.
Yeah.
You know, Mariam, when you think about women, you don't necessarily correlate that with sports and soccer. But with you, I do. Every time I talk to Mariam, every time I think about her, I see a football somewhere. I've even seen your WhatsApp status. Love my new boots. Tell us a little bit about why you won and what your story is about.
Well, my story is, I think it's quite ordinary and yet very unique in many ways, because I was just a simple housewife who decided my child cannot kick the ball in a small place anymore. He needs to go out. And I realized that so many other women or fathers are also going through the same challenge. So for me to step out and say, here is a place where children can play, feel safe, no matter where they're coming from, no matter which religion, which economic status they're coming from. I think for me that I believe is what put me on the top 40. And we are here today because we are saying it's not just about the top 40, it has to continue.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And to be honest, this platform I think is great, and it's a great opportunity to recognize a number of women who are doing amazing things across really a huge industry type of portfolio.
Yeah.
You know, you're talking about technology, you're talking about helping moms, you're talking about really helping the youth out with soccer and things like that. You're talking about bankers, actresses, models, that kind of thing. And recognizing that is so, so important. And that is exactly why Business Daily came up with this idea to recognize not just women, but men who are doing really well in their own capacity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you guys, of course, heard that, hey, there's, and it's very coveted. I hear guys even bribe.
Yeah.
I hear there's 45-year-olds who are like, I'm 39, and you know, trying to get into that very coveted 40 list.
Yeah.
When you heard, Esther, that this is something that you could possibly win, what did you think?
I mean, to be honest, I didn't expect it. I was so shocked when I received that email. I had to confirm with my family and just ensure it looked too awesome. Like, really, guys, I'm a student. So I was honored and humbled. Yeah, I was just really humbled and really happy and excited at the same time.
All right. What about you, Kristen?
Well, when I saw the email and when I read through it, it was very exciting to read through it and finally get that recognition. So for me, instantly I accepted it, and I knew beyond the glitz and glamour, I would want to use the platform to go beyond just what I do at Supamamas, the events. I wanted to do something also across the country. Hence the reason why at this point in time I'm thinking of not doing the events only in Nairobi. But for example, this month in October, we'll be doing Mombasa, and hopefully one day we'll do Tharaka Nithi. So for me, one, it was an honor. And then number two, also to pay it forward to the women who are, you know, ahead of me. Or let me say the women who are looking up to us, especially the young girls. So it was an opportunity to be on a different platform to nurture the next generation of girls.
Right.
So I was looking forward to that.
It is a great thing when you come up with a grand idea, an aha moment, and then the world recognizes it and awards you for it.
Yeah.
And it's happened in terms of multiple award platforms. But for you, coming up with this great idea to just take the youth, make them busy, give them sports, give them something to do, mentor them.
Yeah.
Did you ever think that you'd get this award?
No, really. The first time I saw it in the newspaper, a friend of mine called Yvonne and said, Mariam, look, I want you to be on that list. And I thought to myself, this is usually a Nairobi affair, you know? How do I compete with these women? I think I'm a hamri, you know, that kind of thing. So I thought, you know, I can't go for this, you know? And she insisted and said, Mariam, I know you're doing a great job. I'm going to nominate you. So she did. And then 2 weeks to the award, I find a Facebook request, and I just, out of curiosity, just accepted it. And there was Bob saying, Mariam, you are on top 40, and we must have your details. It was like an agency. I was like, okay, this is serious. You know? Yes. Yeah, so I told him, of course, I wouldn't mind. And my husband was like, you need to just check the authenticity of this whole Facebook and that is
virus.
Yes, you know. So I went out, Googled, and then I realized it was actually true. It was quite humbling, and you know, to do so much work back in Mombasa, have all these kids, and finally for the country to realize that this is something worth continuing and worth acknowledging. It's quite humbling, really.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
and for me, it was very humbling to, I was at the event, and to be around these women who are just doing great things in this country. But we don't pay a lot of close attention to some of these innovative women, strong, really overcame abundant amount of challenges to get to where they are.
Yeah.
And I believe platforms like these that highlight some of these great things that are happening around us will make us a little bit more proactive as the citizens of this country to really realize that regardless of all the politics, the negative stuff, the social media issues, Esther, you have to help me with that. You know, you have to help me, girl. You know, regardless of all of that, there is some very amazing positive stories that come out of this country. So you looked at 39 women, Mariam, and you said, I can't leave this to them. I can't take my award and go home and put, I can't. So you came up with a grand idea. Tell us about it.
Well, for sure, when I received the award, the next 2 weeks, it was all glamour. I was in the newspapers. It was all exciting.
Facebook. She even tagged me.
It was really exciting. But then after the 2 weeks, then I kept looking at the award and in my room, and I kept wondering, what next? You know, what does it mean? Does it really mean it's just going to be in my wardrobe? So I thought, then I said, okay, I have this initiative that I do. Apart from the football, we do the Girl Power Mentorship program. We do summits for girls in Mombasa with a few young ladies, few other ladies that help me out. And so I thought, you know, can I introduce this idea to them? So I consulted my group, one Masidechi and Dr. Rahab Mwinga, and I talked to them. I said, can we do this? They said, yeah, I think go for it, Mariam. Then I sent an email to the other 39 women. I told them, this is what I plan to do. Would you like to come on board? Because I think we need to be the next top 40 that goes beyond the glamour. Yeah?
Yeah.
So I waited 2 days, no response. I said, okay, I think I made a mistake.
They're busy. Guys are busy.
I said, all these important women, probably they're not going to respond.
MDs, doctors,
I'm telling you. So the first time I got a response, I was so excited. I was like, one person is on. By the end of the day, there were 15 women saying, yes, we love this, we are on, please. And at the end of the day, we're all in the project. And it's been a journey, but it's amazing.
And it's a continuous journey that is ongoing. And you'd like a lot more participation from other women. If you can do 400, it will even be great. True. Ladies, before, of course, we continue this conversation, we have to take a caller. There's a question or comment. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hi.
Morning, Kobe. How are you doing?
Good, Polika. Please put your volume, your TV volume in the house on mute or lower it, please.
You're right.
Thank
say
you.
hi to the top women.
They're great, huh? Great. You have a question or comment?
Yes, please. I'm very passionate about your program because I'm a father of girls.
Okay.
And this program is very timely, and it's going to really motivate many youths out there. Because, you know, our youth currently have identity crisis.
Yes.
And somebody out there has to really go out there and motivate them and even mentor them. I just wanted to understand, is your program, is it about to be rolled out to the rural towns? Because, again, the youth are not only in Nairobi. There are probably youth who need motivation in the upcountry.
Absolutely.
And then if somebody, are not really women, but men who want to support this program in their own small way, is it acceptable?
Okay, Mariam?
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Polika, for that great question.
But that's a very good question, because obviously we have a cause. It's not just about, you know, saying top 40, here we are. We intend to have a launch on 22nd, and the point of the program is we want to move out to different counties, if possible all the 47 counties, and set up structures. One of the structures we're going to use is summits. We have a summit. For example, the first summit we are going to have is in Mombasa, where we'll talk to about 2,000 young girls. We tell them our stories, teach them about things their mothers don't tell them, sex education, tell them about sex abstinence, and then we move to another county like that. But of course, Esther here has helped us to set up an online mentorship program. So I think she can tell us how will the girls, you know, enroll onto the program, and then Christine can also share about the challenges of you know, implementing that project.
Please do. I think
Yes.
Polycarp represents a huge number of people who would like to get involved in something like this. What can you say, Esther?
So for now, for me, getting the top 40 list, it wasn't a journey that I took alone. It was a journey that has been backed up by amazing women behind my back, such as Susie Wakabi. So even me, I looked at the 39 women and I thought, I should help other ladies out there get in touch with these ladies. But then it's very hard, you know. I mean, we're all busy, like you said, you know, MDs, doctors, but all of us are online. So I decided to start an online mentorship program whereby you can now access to these ladies through the mentorship program. And
I think it's great. I think that the fact that we're moving towards that part of really embracing technology and that platform, you can, instead of chatting about what we're doing this weekend, get mentored online. You know, I think it's great. What can you say from the Supamamas perspective?
Well, from the Supamamas perspective, we do different events, and some of the events I really structure them in such a way that I bring the top women or people that women perceive to be top people to come and have a conversation with them, empower them, inspire them. I've had really, really nice people on the platform, including Joan Mwangi, who's one of my own mentors. And I can tell you for sure, getting a mentor is hard. And a lot of the young people will say, we want to be mentored, but we don't have access to mentors. So what I've been able to do, because somehow I have access to a lot of people, then I'm able to bring the women or the people to come on the platform. Then as many people as possible come and they have a conversation with them.
Okay.
So that has helped.
Before we take the next caller, I want you guys to come in on this conversation. And here we're not just talking about girls, we're also talking about boys. So we're talking about our young Kenyans. There is a problem with how we're embracing social media and the sort of conversations that we're having. And I think it's okay for us to have sort of just fun times and to put pictures up and you know, to have, but I think that there's a fundamental problem when, you know, we have issues trending on social media and you don't have top 40 women having, you know, being recognized and that trending. On a social media, from a social media perspective, Esther, maybe you can highlight this issue for me. What kind of conversation should young people be having if these are the people that we're looking at to be our future leaders? If these are the young girls who are twerking, they take selfies without turning around, how is it people take photos now? You know, right? And all they're doing is sitting there and kind of being unproductive. What kind of national conversation should we change this to and why?
For me, I always believe that change begins with you. You know, when we go to forums, like youth forums, people will complain 40% unemployment rate, or the government is not doing this, or our parents are not doing this. What have you done for yourself? Because there's another platform that I went and I asked people, okay, fine, you guys are complaining that the older generation does not understand you. So I asked them simply, mention all socialites and their names. But then I asked them, mention the top 40 and 40
Huda has how many likes? Huda Monroe?
She has 77,000 followers on
Vera,
Instagram.
how many does Vera have?
I think 67,000 around there.
How many do you have?
I have 1,400 and something. And I'm trying to get people mentors. I'm trying
get those two girls to join this program. And, but it is kind of an upside down type of formula right now, isn't it?
I mean, it's up to us to create that change in social media. I mean, we need to be discussing opportunities. What are the entrepreneurship opportunities? Like Heshan should have above 1 million followers on Instagram, engaging with a conversation. How do I get my business to get to as big as your business is, you know? So it's up to us. We don't need to wait for anyone. It's up to you to start that conversation.
Absolutely. Guys, of course, before we talk about the benefits of having a mentorship program like this across the country, let's take another caller. Good morning.
Morning, how are you?
Hi, how are you doing, Stella?
Fine, thank you.
Okay, you have a question or comment for my good guests?
I have a question.
Go ahead, love.
I wanted to know how I can contribute to whatever the top women are doing. Yes.
Okay, great.
That's that.
Well, you need
I
Stella.
think, Stella, we have a top 40 under 40 women in Kenya Facebook page.
Okay.
Please, please like it. We also having a launch for the Girl Power Summits on 22nd at Michael Joseph Center at 6 p.m. So you can send us an email through the page. Then we send you an invitation. And then, of course, when you come there, we'll enlighten you more about how you can be part of this platform. Because I think it's just the small little things that we do to make a difference.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. Stella, we will go ahead, of course, and keep your contacts. And for those who are watching, we'll post a lot of these details on our social media platforms. If you can't make it for the launch, remember, and wherever you are across this country, remember you can contribute, especially on Facebook. You can go in there and you can actually start to mentor, and you can join these top 40 women. Thank you, Stella.
Okay, thank you.
You know why I like this project particularly, and Christine, maybe you could tell me, is because these are the busiest people you have ever met.
Yeah.
You guys are busy, and it is the reason why you probably won.
Yeah, true.
You know that award, you know, because you are hustling on the real, you know. And in saying that, the reason why I love it is because these women said, "Sawa, I'll do it." Regardless of the demand of my job, the demand of my family, the demand of everything around me, I do want to give back. And there are people who, they haven't even given back to their family, let alone the community. What can you say about that, Christine?
I think one, as entrepreneurs or as women professionals, we are very busy. For example, for me, my day starts as early as 5:30, sometimes ends as late as beyond 10 p.m. But what I really do believe is, as women, we have to nurture each other. We have to be each other's friends. She needs to do something. I need to do something. I need her support in digital. There's a way that we can all grow together if we support each other. But there's always been a notion for many, many years and for many centuries that women cannot be friends. And if women are succeeding, then we can't support each other, and we are always in competition. It's something that I started thinking about, especially with Supamamas, when I try to build the women in business, the moms in business, that it doesn't take anything away from me if I help them succeed by putting them on my platform. So for me, when she called me up to tell me, could you support me, I thought to myself, I mean, this is something that has come so natural for me over time, that as women, really, we are stronger together.
Absolutely, absolutely. You started this with, of course, just a grand idea. It was initially. What kind of reaction are you getting from the need, you know? And that's what I love about it, because there's need.
Yeah, there is.
So the girls actually want mentors.
Oh, yeah.
And they're on Facebook blowing up your phone.
We have how many likes, Esther? 2,000?
Yeah, they're going to 3,000. Like the likes shot like this.
Those are 3,000 just representing 100,000 girls who actually are like, by the way, I would like a mentor. I would like Esther to mentor me. I'd like Mariam. I'd like Christine to mentor me. Why is it that, I guess in a sense, our generation and the older women, do you believe in your mind that we're meeting this need as fast as we should?
I think we're slowly getting there, Kobe. But what I also realize is that the girls themselves are beginning to realize that they need mentorship, because at the end of the day, it's vain to have boyfriends around you, to have men, sugar daddies. Eventually, you realize it's all vain, and the women or the girls who want to, you know, do better, when they look at these girls, they realize, okay, that's a shortcut, and look where it has gotten her. So we've received so many emails from girls who really want to get closer to women who are doing better and find out what's the secret, how can we do it, you know. So we're really getting so much, you know, surprising emails, and it's getting us excited, you know, and hopeful that indeed it's going to be different, you know.
Absolutely.
We're going to make it,
Of course, in talking about this and in talking about gender representation and how far we've come, and not just in Kenya but globally, where women are recognized for their achievements, let's really have a conversation now as we wind up about what it takes to make it, you know? I've said this on the show a million times, you know, the drive and the passion that you have behind your idea has to be pushed through with hard work. Esther, would you have done what you're doing today if you had just said, oh yeah, someone else will do the blog? You know, would Supamamas have happened? With Junior Stars would have happened? Let's talk about that. Why is it important not just to follow through your dreams with excitement, but with some actual hard work?
I mean, I even recently updated on my Facebook, because I'm online, and I was like, I'm going to tell you so many things in the Miss I blog, but one thing I'm going to highly insist is follow your heart. I mean, once you have the passion, you have the drive, if you follow something that you really love, even when you're so tired, you're like, oh my God, why am I doing this? I'm not seeing the results. you'll just somehow find a reason to just continue pushing through and fighting for those dreams.
Okay.
So my message is follow your heart and refuse to be average. You know, as you follow your heart, also follow something big. You don't have to become a CEO. You can become an MD, or you can become anything you want to be.
You can become the president of Kenya.
Yeah.
You know, if someone had told Martha Karua, no, don't try.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where
Yeah,
would we
true.
be? Yeah, absolutely. I love that. Refuse to be average, everybody. What about you, Christine? You are a go-getter. You went against the odds. Self-employment is a hard thing.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about encouraging those women whose businesses have just started. There's no profit. You're broke. You don't know where to go next. Nobody's taking your calls. Nobody cares. Nobody believes in you. You're stressed at home. You're stressed. Tell us about why it's important to believe.
There's no substitute, number one, to self-belief, because you will need to be your own number one cheerleader when there's nobody around you. And when you're starting out, there's nobody around you.
Yeah.
And then there are times when there's no money and there are things to be done. So really you have to, one, believe in yourself. Number two, persistence. You just have to be persistent. And then the passion. Passion is said over and over in very many platforms, but really passion comes from deep within, and it's never truly about making the money. Money is important. Money is good, but it's not always about the money. So persistence is also important. And another thing I would say is prayer, being spiritual, and just knowing where you're going and believing in that higher power that we are here for a purpose, and really giving the value, showing the value, and somehow everything just happens and works out for good.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
A purpose-driven life. And I love that. And one person who can certainly attest to that, and she will not leave you be when there's a fire burning in her heart, is this one. She won't. She's amazing. But it's important to have that push and drive, and especially in this country when guys are like, Ati, what are you doing? Mentorship. Girls, okay, Mariam, Sawa, we support you.
I know. Well, I think I pride myself in being the mother of inventing ideas. I think, and then I don't just think about ideas. I get excited about ideas, and those ideas to me must always have a connection to community. If it's not going to give back, I don't fall for it. I don't fall for it, or I don't get excited about it. So for me, I think excitement about your idea has to be from you first of all, because then you can't, you know, push through if you're not really speaking with it from your heart, you know. And then of course, having a support group is very important. That's why mentorship is very important, because sometimes you'll have those crazy ideas. They're good, but people around you are like, please, just leave this. So there must be someone or a few group of friends of yours who believe in your cause, you know, who believe, yes, Mariam, please push it on. Even when you're doubting yourself sometimes, you know, and they push you on. And for me, I think I'm lucky that I have some friends that are really genuine to what I do, you know, and I thank them all for supporting me. But for young people, again, like Esther says, refuse to be average. Don't be comfortable in that situation. Complaining never helps. Action helps.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Refuse to be average. Push until they say yes.
Oh, yes.
Push until they say yes. And believe in your dreams.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Ladies, an absolute honor to have you here. This is an ongoing thing. This is not, you know, the 22nd is not the end. It is actually the beginning of this grand journey. So everybody, we will have to connect. We have to connect them.
From Mombasa, we'll go to Nairobi, Machakos. We want to talk about sex education. We want to tell our girls, you know, sex abstinence is good. It also contributes to actually being a wonderful woman up there. But if you've slept with all the men around to get to another level, it eventually becomes vain and it probably not help you at all, definitely.
And it's a horrible culture that we are almost embracing.
I know.
We are at the precipice of almost embracing this mediocrity and moral kind of situation. And I think it needs to shift. And here we're not talking just about girls.
And boys as well.
We're talking about boys. We're talking about our future leaders. We're talking about our future doctors, presidents, everything. It needs to be a very concerted effort for everybody that's watching, for every Kenyan that's out there. It takes a village. It does take a village.
And in addition to that, the mentorship program will involve both boys and girls. Because I was getting inboxes, does it also involve guys are actually interested in getting mentored by top 40 women? You know,
Okay.
even women can inspire men.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We will go ahead, of course, and connect you to these great women, and not just the 3 of them, to the rest of course, the 37 who... Lupita, we already know you like her. We already know you like Lupita, so we'll connect you to the rest of the women who are online, and you can start this great conversation about mentorship. And also log on to find out about top 40 men under 40, which is currently ongoing. Which is currently ongoing.
And we challenge them.
Exactly.
They need to take up a mentorship program.
Yes, indeed. Absolutely.
In fact,
You wanted to say something?
no, what I wanted to say is that when you are at the award gala, one thing that was mentioned is that when they do the top 40 under 40 men, they come forward and say, vote for me, I am worth it. But it's something that you don't see in women, whereby they say that I am worth it, I can nominate myself, I am doing a good job. So what I would want to encourage is also for women in their own, you know, at their own personal level, to know that they're worth it and to come forward and say, I am worth it and I'm doing a good job. And that starts from personal excellence. And like you all say, we cannot become mediocre.
No.
We can't afford to be that.
We can't definitely afford to be that.
Yeah.
I told the judges next year they'll have to do top 41. Because I'm inside. If I have to bribe somebody, like top 40 and a 14. Thank you, ladies. Thank you very, very much. All right, I will connect you to these wonderful women. So make sure that you keep this conversation going. No bribery involved. Absolutely. But if you know a great guy who you think can actually win this award, go ahead. Because I think this is great also to pass it on to the men.
Absolutely.
All right, there we go, everybody. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
Very, very much. We asked you a question earlier on the show. Here it is one more time on your screen. All right, it's kind of a toughie, to be honest. All right, I'll read it to you one more time. What car sold more than 1 million units in 1965? They had more. Is it Kenya? No. Setting a record that still stands today. And it was the Chevrolet Impala. Google. Is your friend. They all Google. Eric, congratulations, love. You've won yourself a t-shirt via Twitter. And Chevrolet is the answer, Chevrolet Impala. Mary Kahono, congratulations, love, via Facebook. You got the answer correct and you won yourself a mug. And then I'm gonna ask Mariam, okay, to see whether or not she can involve more girls, right? I know some girls who are watching right now are looking for mentors. So go ahead and log on. Go ahead and log on, and these women will, regardless of where you are. Narok, Isiolo, Moyale, it doesn't matter.
We're coming, girls. We are coming.
Absolutely. Sheila, this is great, right?
It's awesome. It's great news. It's not just about the hype and following people online who just make you smile. It's also about following people online who are going to take you further in your journey as a human being.
Yes, indeed. We leave you with these great words, of course, and great inspiration. Be innovative and don't give up on your grand ideas. That's us done. We'll see you right here tomorrow morning. We're cooking and singing.
Yay! Don't you miss.
My 2 favorite things, food and music. All right.
And they go so well together.
Yes, very much so. All right, see you guys.
Bye.
Thanks, ladies. Thank you.